这一位很帅的，看不出他年龄的弟兄 ，OK， 他呢，他其实信主比我迟，信主几年了啊，John Lee？
40多年。
你信主40多年咩？
Yeah。
哦，你是 Join FGB， 比我迟，sorry，拍谁？40多年就比我久啊，不好意思啊，我，OK， 我一直把你弄错 ，OK， 好，他信主40多年，然后他Join参加这个商人团契比我迟，可是我看到他对神的对那种的服侍，对这个灵魂的热爱哦，哇哦，我相信 Tommy 弟兄也可以见证了啊，所以我们的 Johnny 弟兄结婚了。有2个女儿 ，OK，20多岁，在新加坡，哎，还在新加坡工作吗？
对，小的，
小的 ，OK。然后原来他跟我是同行，我忘记了，他跟我讲过，他是一个 IT analyst， 就是数码科技的这个分析员 ，OK， 也是一个有 license 的这一个的那一个的 audit 啊 ，audit 叫什么啊？
内部稽查师啊。
内部稽查师哦。他也是新山城市分会我们商人团7城市分会的主席 ，OK， 他也是新山那一个圣经研读团契的小组的这一个的行政负责人 ，OK， 而且他是可以教导那一个的福音爆炸课程的老师。他也是马来西亚哈该学院的里面的学员之一 ，OK， 然后呢现在他也是在新山全备福音教会的一个小组的组长，阿门。所以他是一位灵里面在属灵的生命里面非常非常成熟的一位的弟兄。所以我相信今天他要带来一个非常棒的分享，非常有趣的这一个的题目，叫做圣经中文汉字的字母 ，OK， 真的是很特别的。好 ，John， 你 want to share in English, right?
Yeah, I'm sharing English, but my texts are in English.
OK， 我会翻译。OK， 交给你了。
Okay, I will share my screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Can, huh? Okay. Okay, brothers and sisters, good evening.
Good evening.
So glad to see all of you tonight.
很开心晚上看到大家。
Like what brother Desmond say, actually I'm a retired IT analyst and certified internal auditor.
就好像 Desmond 所说的，我是一个退休的这个的数码科技分析员，我也是这个内部稽查师。
But since I retired in the 2015,
自从我2015年退休之后呢
actually I became more busy than when I was working.
我却比我工作的时候更忙碌。
Yeah, especially during this since the MCO started.
自从呢这一个的行动限制令开始之后
，Yeah, I during the MCOs, we cannot meet physically many of the ministries, but we became very active, online doing online ministry
我
meetings
们很
and
多的
so on.
施工呢，在这因为因着行动限制令不能够进行，但是我们就转移阵地去到线上，变成我们在线上非常的活跃。
But thanks God that during the MCO, I came to know that about this biblical Chinese alphabet 或者是圣经汉字的那个课程 ，Yeah.
我要感谢主呢，也透过在这一段期间呢，在线上我就认识了这一个课程，这个叫做汉字中的圣经默示的课程。
So I'm very excited to share this biblical Chinese alphabet. From now, I will just use BCA as short form.
我很兴奋的要分享这一个的课程给大家，今天只是一个介绍 接下来我会用 BCA 来代表这个的课程了哈，我也用 BCA 啊，所以我们两个都用也容易。OK。
Now, because in the past I did try to understand ancient Chinese script and Oracle bone script, but was unable to connect the relationship with the Bible.
因为过去呢，我也曾经自己的尝试去研究中文古代的字，甚至是甲骨文，但是我没有办法去把这两方面这方面和这个圣经上面来挂钩。
Yeah, until during the MCO, I came to know this course conducted by Pastor Joseph Chong.
直到在行动先知令的时候呢，我上的这个由Joseph 牧师 Joseph what 啊
Joseph Chong
Joseph Chong 牧师张约瑟的牧师所分享的这个课程。
Well, it really opened up my eyes.
真的是让我大开眼界。
Now, to me, it is a very effective tool for evangelism.
对我来讲是一个布道很好的工具。
On top of the evangelism explosion, to
除了那个福音爆炸课程以外
which some of us are familiar with.
是我们有些人是相当熟悉的。
So as I learned that the life without its root has no future.
当我学到呢，一个生命没有根呢，是没有未来的时候。
So by recognizing the roots, then we know God in a deeper way.
当我们认识我们自己的根，我们就认识神更深。
So the sharing tonight is just create awareness and interest on BCA.
今天的分享只是想要让大家对 BCA 有一个的认识，也挑起大家的兴趣。
Okay. Now, what is BCA?
所以什么是圣经汉字呢
？It stands for Biblical Chinese Alphabet.
就是圣经中文字母。
Okay, biblical. Why biblical? It means that it is Oracle bone script derived from Genesis, the Bible. So without the Bible, it is impossible to know the true meaning.
为何是圣经汉字呢？因为呢，这个圣经汉字是研究这个中国古代这一个甲骨文的文字，而发现呢，只有用圣经呢，能够很好的来诠释这甲骨文的含义。
So why Chinese? Because Oracle bone script and ancient Chinese script.
为什么是中文呢？因为我们所研究的这一个的字体呢，是这个中文的甲骨文和中国的古代文字。
Yeah, and you know, in the ancient times, these oracle bones were used for combination of divinations and non-divination. 占卜
在这甲骨文呢，在古代呢，它也是用来祭天的，或者是也跟这个祭天是没有关系，都有拿来用着。
他们是用来占卜了。
占卜 ，OK，他们可能是拿来占卜但是也有用其他的用途。
Yeah, but what we are focusing on is those non-divinations.
而我们所专注的是那个非占卜用途的文字。
Okay. Why alphabets? Because it's like building blocks like A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 or Do, Re, Mi.
为什么我们要研究的是它的字母？为什么我们说我们的字母呢？因为字母是所有的语言的这一个的基本构造。好像 A B C 1 2 3 Do Re Mi Do Re Mi 是音乐的 ，A B C 是英文的，1 2 3是数学的基本的单位。
But in Mandarin or Chinese, we do not have alphabets, right?
可是，在中文其实我们并没有这样子的字母，对吗
？So Joseph Chong have come up with these 29 alphabets, comprising our temporal and eternal life, and also depicts by the 5 basic strokes the story of number associating with the creation story, and so on and so forth, which we will look at it at the last part.
所以这就是John牧师呢，他就研发了这29个中文字母的系统，包括了这个时间以内和时间以外永恒的生命。它有5个的basic stroke， 就是5个的笔画还有有关一些数目字跟这个创造宇宙是有关系的。
Okay. Now, brothers and sisters, what I'm showing you here is these 4 characters, which is from the oracle bones. 这个是甲骨文字啊。
Okay.
So, I know some of you may have heard it before, have seen it before. Okay. But for those who have never seen it before, can you all guess what are these 4 characters refer to? 这个是什么字来的？这4个字。
OK， 如果你已经听过这个的话，可能你就不要讲了哈。那些没有听过的 ，OK， 你们好不好猜一下这4个字什么？你可以直接开掉你的麦就讲，哎，这4个字是什么
？Yeah, or you can use a chat to type
或者是你可以打出来，也可以在这个 chat 里面。
Or you can, if you want to share, can you just unmute yourself? We want to have some interaction.
所以你也可以打开这个的麦来分享，我们要一些互动，好不好
？Yeah, by looking at the characters, it may tell you something about what it represents.
是成语还是？
这个是4个字，4个字。
4个字来的，
每一个都代表一个字。
是成语来的，是成语。
也算是一个成语啦，因为4个字连起来。
是成语的 ，it is。
饮水思源。
哇，你怎么知道啊？你看过啊？
没有，猜的。
猜的啊！哇，好厉害！我们给他一个掌声哦！哇，海尼真的厉害哦！这个是好像水这样啊，3点水这边，3点水这边啊。这个看起来第3个看起来好像是乌龟这样啊 ，like a tortoise 啊 ，but it's not 啊 ，it's a 思thing. This one is 饮水思源 ，okay, which means drink water you must always think of the source.
Desmond 要送我礼物了。
Yeah, Heini deserve a present.
Okay, I'm not in JV. John Lee, you can just send a present over, okay?
Okay, then I will bill you, Yeah. Okay, this 4 words actually it means a lot to me because when I look at these 4 words, it remind me and when I was young, my father sent me to Chinese school.
这4个字对我来说意义深远，让我回想起当我年轻的时候呢，我爸爸送我去中文的学校。
Yeah, but after I finished Chinese school, I went to secondary English school.
我读了中文学校之后呢，我就去到中文小学，然后我去到英文的中学。
But because I came from Chinese school, I have to go through the remote class.
但是因为我是从这个的中文学校来的呢，我就要进入一个的加强班、预备班。
Yeah, so and also sometimes I feel a bit I was quite upset lah because my neighbors who were from the English school, they managed to go to Form 1 straight away, but I have to go through remote, wasted 1 year lah to me.
我就觉得有一点的伤心，因为我是从中文去到这个英文呢，我的朋友、我的邻居跟我同年的，他们直接去到中一，可是我就要去预备班。
So I asked my father. My father was my primary school teacher also.
我就问我的爸爸，我的爸爸也是我的小学老师哦。
I asked my father why didn't he send me to English school so that my English will be better and also I don't have to go through remote class.
我就问我爸爸呢，为什么你不直接把我送去这个英文学校？不然的话，我现在也不需要上预备班。
So my father just told me these 4 words.
我的爸爸就告诉我这4个字。
he said as Chinese,
他说
as
作
a
为华人
Chinese, we must 饮水思源。
，we must drink water and think of the source.
Yeah, that means to say we must understand our root, where we come from. We must understand our mother tongue and our culture.
需要明白我们自己的根，我们必须要明白我们自己的母语。
So I really thanks my dad that he sent me to Chinese school.
我真的
Otherwise today I cannot understand how to read and write Chinese.
我要感谢我的父亲把我送去中文学校，使到我今天我能够读和写中文。
So when we know how to value our roots, we tend to be more grateful and shall perhaps gain ancient understanding and values.
当我们越知道我们珍惜我们的根的话，我们会越来越懂得感恩，也能够学到一些古代的这一些的知识，古文化的知识。
Okay, this is Pastor Dr. Joseph Chong. He's with his wife, and I will go very quickly. This is the book that he has authored. It's called Reveal or 是 Okay.
这就是张志辉，刚才那照片就是张志辉博士和他太太，所以他他写了一本书叫做《是》。
Yes. And of course, he mentioned that the materials that will be shared to you, you can take photo, but for your own reference, but do not viral it. Do not viral it in the social media.
所以今天所分享的呢，你可以拍照下来这一些的教材，但是不要去把它传出去，这样，因为因为其实这个我加进去一个人，就这个教材啊，如果有一些人没有听整个的，只是听一部分哦，他会断章取义，然后呢乱讲。
对，thank you. There's the meaning, yeah. And now this Americans called Alvin Toffler. He mentioned that the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn and relearn.
在 Alvin Toffler 这一位在美国的这思想家呢，他说到21世纪的文盲不在于那不会读或不会写的人，而关键是那些不愿意学习又不愿意被纠正，而且不愿意重新学习的人。
Now this is the difference between the left brain and the right brain.
OK， 这是我们左右脑哦，我们左脑和右脑是有不同的。
Left brain is more of analytical, with words and numbers, whereas our right brain is more of creativities.
我们的左脑呢是比较逻辑性分析的哦，他们应对语言、数目分析，而右脑呢却是比较创意性的。
Okay, someone came up with this statement on my left brain, nothing right. On my right brain, nothing left.
OK， 这个其实只有英文比较懂啦。OK， 就是在我左脑没有任何的，
他的中文在这边。
我的左脑没有正，我的右脑没有肾。OK， 呀，他的意思这样，可是你读华文英文才有那个意思啦。
Yeah, it is not only a creative statement, the play with words, but actually it means that the left is not always right, and the right has no solution left. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So therefore, in such a situation, it is a place of the word neither where the middle brain is. So what the thing is that, in order to receive, to understand about this biblical Chinese alphabet, we have to use the middle brain, the center brain,
OK， 所以他的意思是说，我们要用中间的脑来明白这一个圣经汉字。
Yeah. It is also because with the ancient history of approximately 6,000 years ago.
也因为我们所研究的是这个5、6千年的这一个的中华历史。
Okay, let's look at what is this oracle bones. Oracle bones is actually made from bones of deer, tortoiseshell and so on. Okay.
看一下甲骨文哦，甲骨文是用那些鹿的骨或者是那一个的乌龟的壳所做成的。
Yeah, just now we mentioned it's actually used by the royal priests, or even early the Chinese king to make some prophecies, about the event that will be going on.
但是在古代呢，被那些的祭司或者是这皇帝哦，他们用来占卜，也想要知道未来会有什么事情发生。
Yeah, but the what you call the ancient Chinese script that we are talking about is not related to all these divinations.
而我们现在要分享的这个的中文字母呢，是跟那些占卜是没有关系的。
Yeah, this is the Chinese version of what I show about. Okay.
这是刚才他所分享的中文的。
Now let's look at the timeline, biblical timeline, 时间表啊。
我们看一下圣经上面的时间线。
Yeah, here we see that from Adam until present, we have approximately more than 6,000 years of biblical humankind history.
所以根据圣经啊，从第一个人就是亚当，一直到现在，我们大概是有6000年圣经里面所记载的年日。
So 6,000 years plus on earth is equivalent to only 6 days in heaven.
在这地上6000年呢，就相当于在天上6天的时间。
Not even a week, but we are already into the 7 days.
连一个星期都没有到，可是我们现在已经在这个第7天了。
So God from the beginning created the earth in 7 days.
所以神呢，从起初用6天的时间创造天地。
So you see that in the Psalm, in Psalm 90 verse 4, it says that 1,000 years in your sight are like a day that has just gone by, or like a watch in the night.
所以在你看来呢，1000年如已过的昨日，又如夜间的一更。
Okay, in 2 Peter 3:8, he said, "But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day."
所以在经文彼得后书3章8到9节说到：“亲爱的弟兄啊，有一件事你们不可忘记，就是主看一日如1000年，1000年如一日。”
Okay, let's look at the timeline comparison.
所以我们来看一下这一个时间线上面的比较。
So the previous timeline I show you reviews the human civilizations is approximately more than 6,000 years.
所以刚才的时间线给你看到人类文明历史大概是一个6000年左右的长度。
Genesis dated under 3,500 years ago.
3,500。
Yes.
OK， 就是而这个圣经里面的第一本书《创世纪》呢，大概在3500年前写好的。
4,000 years ago, an oracle bone script for more than 5,000 years.
而这一个甲骨文呢，是比现在古远的时间，大概是5000年以前。
So the oracle bone script existed before the book of Genesis, approximately 1,500 years.
所以这个甲骨文呢，在这个创世纪还没有写下之前呢，更古老，比创世纪更古远1500年左右。
Yes. So although the account recorded by Moses dated around 1,450 to 1,400 BC.
所以根据他们考察摩西呢，就是说，这个创世纪大概是在主前1450到1410年写下。
The Garden of Eden story took place before 2,350 BC.
而那个伊甸园的故事呢，是在主前2300年以前发生的。
So the estimated 6,000 years timeline based on the genealogies between Adam to Abraham, Abraham to Jesus, and Jesus to present, we approximately 2,000 years apart from each era.
所以呢，根据刚才的圣经里面的这一个的细数下来的一个细数下来的呢，从亚伯拉罕一直到 从亚当到亚伯拉罕，亚伯拉罕到耶稣，耶稣到现在呢，大概是每一个时期有2000年的时段。
Yeah, that's correct. So it is intriguing to note that the Oracle bone script existed more than 1,500 years before Moses recorded the accounts of Genesis.
所以非常让人感兴趣、惊讶的呢，就是这甲骨文，也就是在摩西时代以前的1500年就记载下来，也就是说，它记载的年代是在创世纪的年代。
So the question we should ask is, how could the Oracle bone script depict the creation without the revelations of Genesis during that time?
所以我们要问的问题是在甲骨文的时代，并没有《创世纪》这本书，而当时呢是怎么样？是人们是怎样记载下来这创世的故事的呢？
So yet without the book of Genesis, it is impossible to understand this ancient script, right?
但是呢，如果没有《创世纪》的话，我们也不能够来明白这个甲骨文的内容。
Okay, let's look at some Oracle bone script.
让我们看一下一些的甲骨文的文字。
Okay, now what I'm showing in this one Oracle bone script, can anyone tell me what word is this?
OK， 我给你看的是一个甲骨文的文字啊。OK， 所以大家可以猜一下这是什么字。来
anyone want to guess? Those who know, don't say 啊。
那些懂的不要讲啊哈。
树啊 ，Okay, yeah, it symbolizes a tree, but what word is this?
是的，它是一个树，可是它是什么字？
木。
Okay, 非常好。It's 木啊，木 means one tree, right?
OK， 这是木。
Yeah, this one is 甲骨文的木啊。Of course, our present 木 is the what is shown below there. Okay. Now I'm going to show you now this one.
现在我给你看另外一个，这个也是甲骨文的文字。
林 okay. This is 林 two木two wood become 林Okay, 2 trees. It means the garden 一个。
就是一个园子啦，
一个园林啦，OK。Now what about this? 3 woods now. 3个木。
sun.
Sun. That means.
没拿到 sun.
Okay, 森林的森That means 3 tree. But you may be asking, how come only 3 tree you make a forest? But it just symbolizes 3 woods become forest. Okay, very good. So far, very good.
3个木就是3棵树就是一个森林，但是这是一个代表啦。
Yes. Now the question is this: what are the names of these 2 trees? Okay.
所以这个问题我们要问，就是这2棵树有名字吗
If these 2 trees got no names, then we can stop here. We no need to share anymore. That's the end of the story.
如果这2棵树没有名字的话呢，我们今天就到此为止，不需要再分享了。
Okay, so anyone can give me the names of these 2 words?
有谁可以来猜一猜这2棵树的名字？
林Okay, I think Rudy is correct. He said Ling. Many people say Ling but this is not what we meant. This is not what we meant. What we want is the name of these 2 trees. Separately.
2棵树各自有名字，它们是什么名
What is the name of the left tree? What is the name of the right tree?
左边这棵树什么名？右边这棵树什么名
Tree of life, tree of knowledge.
Yes. Thank you, Tommy.
哇，谢谢
One
Tommy。
is a tree of life. One is a tree of knowledge of good and
生
evil.
命的树应该是分别善恶的树。
Yes. Precisely. Let's look at the Bible. Bible in Genesis 2:8 telling us that the one is in red color, the tree of life and the tree of knowledge and good and evil. Okay, and then verse 17 say that the tree of life of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die. This is a Chinese version.
所以这个创世纪第2章你看到呢，在里面有说到，在这个 伊甸园子里面有2棵树，一个是生命树，一个叫分别善恶树，而且他特别讲到是分别善恶树上的果子，亚当人是不可以吃的，因为你吃的日子就必定死。
Okay, so now we know that these 2 trees has got name, right? So the one on the left is the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The one on the right is a tree of life.
所以我们现在给了这2个人，我们就说这2棵树有名字，左边的呢是分别善恶的树，右边的呢是生命树。
Now we look at more oracle script.
那我们再看更多的甲骨文的文字。
Can anyone tell me the first one on the left? What word is that?
来，我们左边这个字是什么字呢？大家猜一下。
力。
Yeah.
力。
什么字？力呀？
力，不是。
不是。
不是力。来，再来。
中间那个是静。
不是，左边。
Okay, 左边的先，我们先看左边的。
来。
马吗？
马啊，谁讲的？
马是吗？
对了，就是麻烦的麻。
哎，这是麻烦的麻。
麻烦的，我们现在写的是上面有一点呐就是说 ，that means you say you have 2 trees used in the wood, then you have trouble, right? Why you have trouble when you have 2 trees and with a 光 up there?
OK， 为什么有一个框呢？在2棵树这样子盖住，就是麻烦的麻呢
？Yeah, because humankind got themselves into trouble when they ate the fruits they should not eat.
所以因为呢，当人类去吃这个树上的果子的时候呢，就会有麻烦了。所以
，Okay, so now we come to the center one, the second word. What word is that? Somebody say this now.
什么是？
禁 right? Okay, 禁止的禁mean forbid. Now that means up there are 2 trees. Below is a 4 is a reveal
OK， 所以上面这个字你会看到上面2棵树，下面就是4就是说彰显的意思。
Okay, that means 2 trees with the 4 below, which mean reveal. It depicts God sent an angel to forbid Adam and Eve to return into Eden, Garden of Eden.
这好像2棵树，好像神派的天使阻止这个亚当夏娃进到这一个的回到这一个的这个树那边去。
This one we can see in Genesis chapter 3 verse 24.
这里在创世纪第3章24节你可以看到。
He said that after he drove the man out, he placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubim mean mighty angel, and a flaming sword flashing back and forth to guard the way to the trees of life.
在创世纪3章24节说到呢，就是说神把天使就是这个耶路伯放在这个的左边是吗
？The east side of the garden.
OK，
东边。OK, and a flaming sword.
创世纪
第3章24。
3章24啊。稍等啊，你们看有 Bible 的可以自己找一下哦，但是我找一下这个中文的。
这是一个。
OK， 创世纪3章24节，于是把他赶出去了，又在伊甸园的东边安设基路伯，基路伯是一个天使和四面转动发火焰的剑，要把守生命树的道路。
Okay, because they have disobeyed God, right? So they took the fruits which they have been forbidden. So now they've been chased out, both Adam and Eve. So now God doesn't want them to go back, to eat the fruits from the tree of life. Otherwise, they will be forever, they carry the sin, then they will live forever.
所以左边的麻烦的麻呢，就是说到他们吃了这个树上的果子，而在中间呢，就说到神就这样子禁止他们来接近这一个的生命树。
Okay, now we look at the last word. Can anyone tell me what word is this?
有谁可以猜这是什么字？
My son says is 萤萤 is it? 萤
萤火虫的萤啊，
是不是萤火虫？
萤火虫的萤啊。Okay.
OK，
It's not the right answer.
不是
反吗？
啊？什么字？
反。
反不是。
野蛮的蛮。
Okay. 蛮啊 ，OK， 也不是 ，is up there is two wood 啊，两个木啊 ，the in the middle is what word is？
贪婪的蓝，对吗？
哇，
贪婪的蓝，
贪婪的蓝，这个是一个你字哦，我们现在看的是当然一个木下面一个你哦 ，that means to say this one is a woman 啊 ，OK， is a woman in between the tree。So there's a story for that.
所以这个是一个女孩子在两棵树中间，所以
means the woman in the middle of two trees coveting the fruits on the left.
这是这一个女孩子在中间呢，她在贪着这个左边的树。
对了，OK. Now I won't skip this. I go to this next one. You see, this one is a woman. You see, it's a woman. It's like squatting down, facing the left. This is the oracle bone script.
这个图画呢，给你看到这个就是这一个的甲骨文的构造哦。其实它是讲到一个女孩子，她向着左边跪下来的。
So this is a modern word for woman.
这是现代的写法。
Woman, okay. So now we have two wood. In between there is a woman. Okay, this is 蓝贪婪的蓝。Okay.
所以你看到其实它是两棵树中间一个女孩子向着左边，这个叫做贪婪的蓝。
Okay, this one is woman. Okay, on the left. And on the right, the one is mouth, 口啊。All right, here is the oracle bone for woman, depicting a woman in kneeling position, but facing the left, right? But the modern word for 如 is actually facing the right, like here now. On the left, you see the woman direction changing to the left and facing the mouth.
OK， 你是看到现代的现代写法是女的在左边，口在右边，这是哪一个是甲骨文呢？第one呢？
甲骨文 is on the left 啦 ，on the left。
甲骨文其实是在左边，然后对着这个口。
So what does the mouth represent?
口代表什么意思
Okay. Can anyone tell me?
大家可以说一下吗？口代表什么意思？
容易受诱惑吗？
不是。So the woman in the mouth, see the woman is now instead of facing left, now the woman facing right, right? So the woman is actually Eve, represent Eve, and the mouth have replaced the tree of life. Just how we say the tree of life is on the right side, right? So in this case, the mouth has replaced the tree of life. So the mouth represents every word that comes from the mouth of God.
OK， 这一个女的在左边呢，这口呢，代表了那个生命树，也代表神口中所出的一切话。
So as we know in Matthew chapter 4 verse 4,
就好像马太福音第4章第4节。
Yeah, Jesus answered, "It is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God."
因为这里有写到呢，耶稣却回答说：“经上记着说人活着不是单靠食物，乃是靠神口里所出的一切话。”
So when you say why there is a woman at the left, why there is a mouth on the right?
为什么当嘴巴有一个嘴巴在右边，然后一个女的在左边呢？
And then also normally when we say if in English, if in Chinese become 如果。
所以这个字是 if 在英文是 if， 在华文就是如果的如。
为什么不是如山如地？为什么是如果呢？跟那个果子有关系呢？
Oh yeah, okay.
Right? Have you ever thought when I first learned, I said, yeah, it makes sense. Why all the while be using 如果 for if? Why 果? So it has to be linked, right?
生命树的果。
我们讲如果不是如山如别的东西呢？
So if you were to look at the scripture here.
所以看这一段的经文哦，《创世纪3章1到6节。
Yeah, that means to say when they eat the fruits from the knowledge of good and evil, their eyes will be open, and they will be like God, knowing good and evil.
所以就像如果呢，你吃了这个果子，你就会像神一样，眼睛被打开，知道善恶。
It means to say the moment they eat the fruits, that means it's a day when they know the knowledge of good and evil. They become civilized, you know.
也就是说，当他们吃这果子的时候，那一刻呢，他们就开始认识善恶，变成有文明了。
But it's the same time they become 文盲, illiterate already.
同一个时候，他也成为文盲。
Because they being cut off from the revelations coming down from God.
因为他们就跟神的启示断开了。
So, like what you say here, if obey the word that come from the mouth of God, humankind will not die.
呀，这里说到，如果夏娃听神口中的话，人类就没有死亡了。
Okay, let's look at another interesting word.
我们再看另外一个很特别的字。
Can you read this word? What word is this?
字吗？
It's I think it's written there. 福啊 okay. This one is a 甲骨文的福啊
Yeah.
So it depicts, you look at the character, you see it depicts a kneeling to offer wine at the ceremony table with both hands, seeking blessing by offering wine, further refers to blessing given by the gods.
所以你看到这里说到，当他们解释这个甲骨文的福字是好像双手捧酒，蹲住在蹲往祭桌上敬奉酒食之众，说表示以酒祭神，以求降福，引申为神指神的灵所降赐的福气。
Okay, if we were to break up the characters.
如果我们把这一个的文字分开来分析的话。
If blessing means offer to God fine wine, seeking blessing and good fortune. You see that if we break it up, the first is represent altar, the second one represent the wine jar, and third one both hands offer worship, and then is equal to blessing.
所以你看，这个是左边是祭坛，这个是祭坛，然后这个是这个的酒坛，然后两只手献上给神这样子。
So if God will feel, if God is delight in fine wine, we may be unsure if the blessing will become true or not.
如果神喜欢酒的话，我在想这个福会不会成真？
Or we could be mixed up because we are not sure if God can get drunk.
我们也可能弄乱，就是不知道神会不会喝醉酒嘞。
So no one will say to someone who may have an impressive collection of fine wine that you are so blessed.
我们不会对人说哇，你有很多酒的话，就是你很有福这样的。
So blessing may not be associated with the wine as we perceive.
所以酒呢未必这个祝福呢跟酒未必能够挂钩。
对了。Now this everyone knows, right? This is the 福啊。
所以大家知道这个是福字。
Okay, so Chinese New Year we always cut out and then paste it on the wall. Okay.
我们常常来做这个华人新年，我们就喜欢贴在墙上。
Okay, especially on the right side, it represents God, and then 一口田 that means one field, God plus one field become a blessing.
对，就是左边是神的意思，然后有一口田，就是神给了你一口田呢，这就祝福了。
So if God with a field means blessing, what happens? This property owner does not have offspring to pass on his wealth and property.
如果神给你一口田就是祝福的话，那么如果这一个的田的主人没有后代呢，那还是福分吗？
So without succession is also equivalent to without blessing, right?
所以没有后代延续呢，也代表着没有福分，对吗？
Okay. Now let's look at the Bible. You mentioned that in the Genesis 1:28, and God blessed them, and God said unto them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it."
所以你看，在创世纪1章28节说到，神就赐福给他们，又对他们说，要生养众多，遍满地面。
So that means to say in Genesis 1:28, in the beginning, we find for us what blessing is all about.
所以我们看到呢，创世纪1章28节呢，所谓的福是什么？
It is all about be fruitful and multiply of offspring.
这个其实是讲到生养众多，遍满地面。这个真正的福就是你有很多的后代。
So let's relook at the 福 in the oracle characters.
所以让我们再一次来看一下，分析这一个福字的甲骨文。
Okay, the first one it represents God. Okay.
这是代表神，的确是。
Okay, the two line horizontal line, it means heaven and earth.
这两个线呢，其实代表天与地。
And the third one is like 2-person consummated.
这个呢，就好像两个人在性交。
Yeah. Then this is the hands of the Lord.
而这是神的手。
That you will become the blessing.
这成为了祝福。
So in Genesis, let's look at Genesis chapter 4, verse 1.
我们看创世纪第4章第1节。
So Adam made love to his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. And Eve said, "With the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man."
所以创世纪4章1节说到，有一日，那人和他妻子夏娃同房，夏娃就怀孕，生了该隐，便说：耶和华使我得了一个男子。
So that means in Genesis 4, chapter 4, verse 1, Eve testified that it was not by human effort alone that a child is birth, but with the help of the Lord.
所以这里创世纪4章1节的这个就夏娃就见证说到呢，我能够得孩子，并不是我和我个人的能力，而是神的祝福。
So, however, in God's family, there are two kinds of blessing in regards to offspring.
对于在神的家庭里面呢，对于后代呢有2种的祝福。
The natural children and the spiritual children.
一个是你的自然的，这个是你讲哈，自然的这一个的后代，一个是你属灵的后代。
Okay, but regardless of whether natural or spiritual children, when you have many offspring children and grandchildren, all right, you will hear people telling you, you are so blessed.
所以不管是你这个身体上这个自然的后代呢，或者是这个属灵的后代，人家都会说，你当你很多后代的时候，哇，你真有福啊。
So therefore, children are the reward, gift, and the true blessing from the Lord.
所以孩子呢是真正从神来的祝福。
Don't you agree?
Yes.
呀，你认同吗？
Yeah. So that means to say that now we have a better understanding of the word 福 It's not because of 一口田 or because of the wine. All right. It is because of God wants us to be fruitful, and that is a blessing. And also for the Chinese, normally when you are 子孙满堂, people say 你真的有福啊。
所以我们看，我们对福更了解，其实福分是说到你的后代更多。
Okay, So when we learn the when we learn this alphabet English, we always start by learning A, B, C to Z.
当我们学英文的时候，我们常常是用它的字母来开始。
Or when we learn mathematics, we always start from 1, 2, 3, or 0 to
数学我们就以1、2、3为单位。
Okay. Likewise, if you learn music, we begin with do, re, mi, and so on.
音乐的话，我们就以音符来开始。
But the Chinese language for the past 6,000 years, we have yet to have building blocks similar to A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and do, re, mi.
所以过去6000年呢，我们并没有像那个英文啊、音乐、数目那样子有一个基本的这一个的最简单的单位。
Yeah. So what you see this word is 是 is 点横竖撇捺。
所以我们你看到这个字是，就是用点横竖撇捺这5个笔画来构成。
Okay. 点横竖撇捺 it represent 天地中有善恶。
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is the 29 character that we are talking about, the Chinese alphabets.
所以这个呢，就是那我们一直在讲的这29个的中文汉字的字母。
Okay, on the top is a 点横竖撇捺, that means represent the words 是
所以上面呢是点
Then
横
the
竖撇
second
捺。
row you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the third row from left is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is the oracle bone.
这些都是甲骨文啊，你看到第2排的话就是1、2、3、4、5，第3排就是5、6、7、8、9，哎，6、7、8、9、10。
And then the fourth row is this one is 100, 1,000, 百千万亿兆. Okay. And then the next row is the one looked at man is not man, the one is 天地人物灵动物的物灵歌颂灵 and the last row is 衣食住行 okay and the last one is this one is not in the 29 but is represent the 是 reveal. It represent reveal. Okay, so if you exclude this, the last one is actually all 29 Chinese alphabet here.
Yeah, 所以如果你把最后那个是好像一个比较简单的是就有29个字母。
Okay, but today we are not going to go into details all this. There will be if we were to continue with the the more advanced course.
如果我们要更深的研究的话，我们会仔细的讲，但是不是今天我们不会讲这么仔细。
Yeah. So this is the title of his book called 是
这是张志辉博士的书的主题就是是。
Okay, it's represented by 点横竖撇捺，点是代表天heaven， 横 is earth， 竖 is the middle, and then on the left is 恶 and the main bad evil, and then on the right is
good.
Is what a good, yeah, good.
也就是你看到点横竖撇捺，点代表天，横代表地，中间那一竖是中间中 ，OK， 左边是恶。
So that means 点横竖撇捺，天地中有善恶 if we were to define it. Okay. So this is 29 Chinese alphabet. All right. And this picture I just show one of the fascinating discovery by Dr. Joseph.
他们发一个很惊讶的发现。
During his trip at the Anhui Museum in China.
在这个安徽的这一个的中国安徽的一个博物馆里面。
He saw this mural. So the mural portray people as far as the eye can see, bowing on the left and on the right with a cauldron in the middle for sacrifices.
所以他就看到一个的壁画啦，这壁画里面就看到哇，很多人看也看不尽的，就在上中间的一个的顶，这样子的来祭拜跪拜。
So can you see that at the far end is the word 是 reveal or represent God.
所以你看到呢，在很远处这个字呢，就是是代表神。
Yeah. Therefore, the title of this Pastor Joseph books on biblical Chinese alphabet is called Reveal or 是。
OK， 所以张智慧博士书本呢，就叫做是。
So unfolding the past and revealing the future.
也就是说，我们要展开过去，发现未来。
Okay, so the book actually you can purchase it lah, but those who attend his course, he normally give us through he never give us a soft copy lah for free.
其实
if you attend his
大
course.
家可以买，可是其实如果你参与这个张智慧博士的课程的话，通常他会给我们一个软件，一个softie 的，就是一个软体的版本是免费的。
Okay. So I will keep you all informed if whenever he want to open up any further, course on this.
我会让大家知道，如果他想要在线上开更深入的课程的时候。
He is now in Taiwan and he has just trained about 300 all those potential teachers.
他现在在台湾，他也训练了大概有300多位的这个的老师来教导这个课程。
Yes, because even in Taiwan, to them is something new to them, even though their Mandarin is their main language.
对他们来讲也是一个新的看见的启示，因为用的也是他们。
That also goes in China.
也去到中国。
Yes. Okay. We come to the end of our sharing. Thank you, Brother Desmond, for the good translation. I shall pass over the time back to you.
谢谢John Lee 弟兄的分享。OK， 非常棒，很有趣的分享。OK， 好不好？我们有一点点的时间，可能是5分钟的时间，我们就开放，大家有什么问题想要对这一个的刚才所分享的这一个中文汉字字母，以圣经为基础的问题吗 ？OK， 我们短短的时间开放，有什么问题可以问 John Lee 弟兄，他尽可能回答。
Of course, there are many Chinese characters normally we also use like normally when we want to share with people. Actually, I find this knowing our ancient writing. It helps in day to day when we want to share gospel to people. So sometimes certain people they say, you want to share the gospel with them. They say, Christianity is a Western religion. They find it very hard to accept because they say once you accept Christianity, then you are no longer filial, 不孝顺了, so you cannot pray to the ancestor and all these things. So when I meet people like that, I would say actually let's talk about ancestors. Who are our ancestors? What did our ancestors pray? Whom they pray to? That is where we go back to the ancient oracle bone. So we start to analyze.
很好工具来分享咯。有时候我们分享那些华人说哇，你信主你就不孝顺了，这样我就跟他分享，我们分享一下我们的老祖宗好吗？我告诉你，我们有关我们老祖宗的事情是跟圣经。
I will tell them what is religion in Chinese. 宗教 What is 宗教？宗教 is 祖宗的教义。
所以我就跟他谈了， ，continue 了。I think you can talk Chinese already, right? No.
Yeah. 就是说我要跟他分享的不是宗教，我就要跟他讲是祖宗的教义，所以我们要认识我们的祖宗的文字，从那边我们就能够更加明白，因为甲骨文的确是跟我们的圣经很有密切的关系。刚才我们已经看到了某些字，但是这只是一部分啊，当然还有很多。还有我们常用的，当然比如说一些这个船字啊，我们都每个人都懂啊。一个舟，然后一个坝，一个口，就是跟那个诺亚方舟有密切的关系。为什么说是8个口，不是7个口、6个口呢？所以我刚刚昨天才跟我的小叔在分享，因为我一讲到耶稣他就很看气，但是我一讲到这个甲骨文啊这些东西，他就有兴趣听，因为这个跟我们中国文化有密切的关系，所以在这样的情况之下，我们用这样的方法来跟他们分享先，然后我们才把那个福音接下来才带进去，这样他的那个抵抗力就会比较，我们已经跟他有一个共同点嘛，一个common ground 啊，所以他的 rejection rate 会减低啊，所以这个是一个很好的传福音的方法。OK，
所以感谢主如果大家希望能够听到更多，或许还有机会，甚至可能有机会邀请张志辉博士，
他很乐意的，他很乐意会
来分享
对，我今晚没有通知他，因为他在台湾了，我相信他很忙。不然我们 FGB 我们有举办过2次了，一次是中文，一次是英文。英文是我分享，还有中文是 Brother Steven， 他2次都有在我们当中。
所以张力弟兄，我是觉得可能你可以再去安排一下吧，可能在明年1月的时候，可能是看有没有机会在，
也要看我们当中有没有人要继续再知道多一点呢？
大家要更知道吗？知道要的话，可不可以给一个 hand 一下？一个手。没有给手啊？给一个 signal 有。